Next 6 to 12 months, what do we have to deal with? Well, there's not going to be herd immunity. It's just not going to happen. And to give you an idea of why there's not going to be herd immunity, just look at this graph or look at this map. There's a huge portion of the United States, a significant portion, right, that's still less than 25% vaccinated. And that's not going to change too much over the coming months. We're at about 65% at least have had either first dose or first and second dose. That's pretty good. So if we get 65, 70% of the country vaccinated, that's going to be wonderful. If we get to 75, it's amazing, but we're still not going to reach herd immunity. We're going to have to get up even higher, I believe, from many of the experts to actually reach herd immunity. So what does that mean? That means we're not going to stamp out COVID. It's not going to happen. It's going to still be around. Does that mean we're going to still have a pandemic? It's going to change from a pandemic to an endemic. What does that mean? That means that it's going to spike sporadically throughout the year, especially in these lower vaccinated areas, both in the United States and globally. But we'll also see it in the winter months. It will turn more into like a flu bug, okay, like the influenza does every winter, where we see spikes of it in the winter, and then we'll also see, unlike flu, we'll see a lot of sporadic cases where people haven't been vaccinated. So what can we expect this winter? You're going to have a pretty hefty flu season. Why? Because people aren't wearing masks, and people weren't getting sick last year. So you're going to have a really strong flu season, a lot of people getting the flu, and a spike in COVID. And this becomes a huge problem for planners. Why? Because you can't tell the difference, okay? You can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference if someone has a cold and has COVID. So you're going to have all these people sick this winter at your meetings just when you're just ramping up to your peak. And you're going to be dealing with a lot of anxiety at your meetings because attendees are going to say, you have this under control, don't you, right? There's a lot of people walking around here sneezing and coughing and telling me they're going back to the room sick. You got this under control, right? So that's really important for you to understand. Is all the enthusiasm that you have right now, you're going to have some challenges this winter. COVID's not going to be as bad this winter, not nearly as bad. It's going to be a fraction of the severity of it was in the past because so many people are vaccinated. But you're going to have a lot of people with upper respiratory infections, flu-like symptoms, and you need to be prepared to calm your attendees down and to calm your clients down.